Chat, it is time, of course. Since I have signed up to be a VTuber, I do not get a choice. And whether I would like to react to Commie Mommy's video, I am legally required to. So I will do my due diligence, lock in the delusional defenders of Karmelo Anthony. I knew we were going to have to talk about this at some point or another, right? I was like, this is definitely something she was going to cover. I've been prepared for this day, so let's go.
Wake up, maggot! It's time for
Should not have had it that loud. Go ahead.
your annual race war. Oh, woo. You didn't want to be in a race war? Well, too bad. You're in one. Your skin color is your uniform, soldier. Black people on this side, white people on this side, Italians. We'll figure it out later.
Wait, what about the rest of us? I've noticed that. No one really cares that. No one really cares that Mexicans are here. Who cares?
Attention! Which one?
I'm more upset that USA lost yesterday against Turkey. I also didn't know it was Turkey. Did you know it was Turkey? I found that one out yesterday. I was like, what country is this? And I was like, oh, it's Turkey. The hell? When did that happen? 2022, by the way.
One of you lily lickers mix the white Monster Energy with the Kool-Aid pineapples.
Why is everything backwards? This is just how our camera is.
How many times do I have to tell you? No mixing. Now get suited up, soldier. You're heading into your first battle. The comment section of a Nick Fuentes Instagram reel. Godspeed.
Is Nick on Instagram? Huh. I would have thought he would have been banned off of there. Why am I still banned off Twitter?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of I am your host, Shoe0nHead. You may know me as Timu Boxy, or perhaps the woman who
Who is that? Why does there's no way every single person on the internet but me knows who Boxy is. You're all lying to me. And it's 2026. There are too many new people on the internet that everybody understands that reference. I don't believe it. You're all lying to me. This is all a psyop. I know it. Just like big words.
Mogged Hassan Piker. Thank you.
That was a great video.
I know a few of you have come here from that last video, so hello, new friends. And old friends, please say hello to the new friends.
Hello.
Do not scare them away. One of the biggest things that happened when I was gone was the conclusion to the Karmelo Anthony trial. Now, for those of you who are unaware, for those of you who have no idea what has been going on, don't worry about it, kid. No, but what happened was last year during a Texas high school track meet, Karmelo Anthony, a 19-year-old student, and Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old student, got into a heated dispute after Karmelo entered Austin's tent, which was like a rivalry school's tent. An argument followed, and then allegedly Karmelo said, touch me and see what happens.
It was supposed to be a track meet, right? A track and field meet. So basically the way that it works is everyone's tent is kind of like their locker room, and you cannot go into another person's tent, which I think Karmelo was a track and field athlete, so if he was one, he should have known that, right? This is like apparently something that's been known in that sport. I never played track and field. I was more of a soccer and football player person myself, so I never played those. I never played that. Apparently that's a thing.
And so Austin shoved.
But I was gonna say, but as someone who played sports, I know that you kind of have to. You never really invade the other person's private space, right?
Him and Karmelo pulled it.
I guess it's one more last thing. I guess it's a lot different for them because theirs is out in the open. Say as for us in soccer and football, we had a locker room.
Knife out, and Austin then passed away in his brother's arms. Court argued that use of force with a knife was completely unjustified, that a single shove did not justify a deadly response. During the trial, jurors listened to witnesses' accounts of the events, reviewed video evidence, and after a few days, the jury found Karmelo Anthony guilty, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. And everyone accepted that outcome because they understand how the law works and they respect our justice system. Haha.
Surely nothing happened, right?
Say his name! Karmelo! Say his name! Karmelo!
I know this lady specifically because they use her in TikTok comments.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
I don't have an opinion.
Right?
I don't
Wait, let me see if I can get the still.
have an opinion here.
No, that's not right.
These kinds of
Oh, I missed it. Damn it. Well, yeah, they use her as a still.
face-to-face, emotion-rising, shouting matches really do no good.
In this video, we are going to discuss the insane reactions to the Karmelo Anthony trial, read some tweets, watch some TikToks, as well as debunk a bunch of misinformation because I am just tired of seeing the same ridiculous, regurgitated talking points repeated ad nauseum by hundreds and thousands of people just believing it as gospel, hyping themselves up into a race war. No, I am not kidding. That is how bad it is getting.
Is it? I could have sworn it was kind of over already, right? But that's just because it's been a while, I think. I don't know. I don't really know when she recorded this, but it looked like it would have gotten into like riot territory, but there was just not enough people there. I don't know.
Up, I was always told not to judge people based on their appearance, that it didn't matter what gender you were, what your sexuality was, didn't matter if you were short or tall or fat or thin. I was always told that skin color was not important, and it's not. But you know what is important?
It's your
skin's health.
God damn it,
So
I knew
before
it.
we get into the video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
I knew it. It's Henson.
Have you ever wondered what shaving cream is actually doing to your skin? It's fluffy, it's airy, it looks like it's protecting your skin. But the main ingredient in most of these cans is actually propellant. That's what makes it foam up. But the foam is mostly just
the
volume,
hydration drink?
not function. And the thing that matters when you shave is glide, not volume. There's actually a clinical study that measured the skin irritation after shaving, and it showed that regular shaving foam actually causes more irritation than just shaving with water alone. Not just
I should get a haircut though. I have an important meeting at Anime Expo. Oh boy.
Slightly more, measurably more. Aftershave bombs are also doing something similar. You put them on, you get the little cooling tingle, and you're like, that means it's working. Wrong. That tingle is just menthol activating cold receptors in your skin. It doesn't actually reduce inflammation or heal anything. It does nothing. A lot of guys end up treating the feeling of irritation rather than the irritation itself. Shaving is one of the most aggressive things men do to their skin on a daily basis. The blade passes over the same spot multiple times, stripping off the top layer of your skin, and then your skin is exposed and then loses all its moisture.
I feel like this ad doesn't pertain to me, and that makes me sad.
Mostly air, and aftershave that's mostly sensation, and a window between
shave maybe once or twice a month. Once a month or like every 2 months.
Routine
I don't have to
comes into
shave.
play. Step 1, the cleanser. Clears your skin of debris and softens the hair for a smoother shave, followed by a
Alright, I guess I can't shave, because right now I've grown like a little bit of facial hair out, but I look like an Asian I look like a Japanese uncle, or like the singer of Asian Kung Fu Generation. Right, the front man. I have the same kind of facial hair as him.
Natural moisture barrier, supporting real recovery. Instead of just signaling to your silly brain that, ooh, something soothing is happening. So if you want a shaving routine that actually leaves your skin better off and doesn't just feel like it's doing that, check out Henson's 3-step shaving kit. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/June and use code June at checkout after adding your kit to the cart to get free shipping on your order.
That's the biggest surprise out of all of this. Why is she using her real name? Interesting. Weird. Oh, or is it just the month of June? I don't know.
I know a lot of men just ignore skincare.
That threw me off because her name is also June.
A dermatologist. Men think they're not aging until one day they wake up and they're their dad. Take care of your skin. This is a great start, and your skin will thank you for it. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
She hit her desk. Did you see that? I saw that.
Right. Now, let's get back to the video. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into this, shall we? They found him guilty so fast right before Juneteenth. These folks playing in our faces.
I don't understand why people think that a certain date means that they're invincible, right? You're not a Saiyan. You don't grow into a giant. That's probably not the best example, but I'm going to keep rolling with it. You don't turn into a giant ape to destroy the earth on a full moon. You don't become invincible just because it's Juneteenth. You're still a person. These are symbolic days, not actual physical buffs. They're just days. Like, you could probably, like, I'm sure someone this month has called someone an inappropriate word related to bundle of sticks. Just because it's June doesn't mean they're gonna stop. That's how that works.
Karmelo's only crime was not allowing
In fact, some people might even do it more because it is June.
himself to get beat down by a white man.
What?
Karmelo will get out of prison. That boy ain't getting out of the grave. If he kept his hands to himself, he'd still be enjoying his white privilege today. White people are
Really?
not victims of racism. You can't be a victim of a system you created. Hey,
But racism isn't a system. It's like just the way you treat somebody or how you act or think about somebody. It has nothing to do with a system. Like maybe the way your system works towards someone, sure, but like it's just the way you act towards someone. It has nothing to do with the system.
23-year-old white guy who can't find a job and still lives with your parents. Did you know you created the entire system we're in right now, and therefore it's totally acceptable to hate you and be racist towards you? This is the same stupid shit they say to men, like, oh, you created the patriarchy. Like, who the f are you talking about? Joe Schmo working at Chipotle didn't create shit. The system isn't bad.
I'm the first, or me, my brother, and my sister are the firstborn Americans in my family. It was here before me. I'll tell you that. I by the time I was here, it was already baked in. I could not affect that in any way. I'm glad you believe in me, and you think I have something to do with that. However, I kind of came a little after, right? You know what I'm saying?
Benefiting white people at all. It's not benefiting anyone except the rich and powerful. The racism equals prejudice plus power bullshit really one-shotted these people, huh? Only a black child can be minding their business, get ambushed, bullied, and pushed around and become the aggressor for protecting himself.
But he didn't. Like that's on camera. Everyone has seen the video. No one did any of that to him. Now, to be fair, Austin may have put his hand on him, like to push him slightly, but like not to the degree that it's an ambush and beating him. Right? It was just like a hey, you gotta go. So he it was a shove more than anything. You'll survive that. I'll let you know. As someone who's been in, fights and gotten pushed, you typically survive a push or two.
What? He was quite literally not minding his own business. He was in a rival's team tent and was asked to leave like a dozen times. Witnesses say he started escalating it into a fight and then stabbed someone in the fucking heart. That's not minding your business. Why did they hire that horrible lawyer? Had to be the worst defense in history. Absolutely no reason Karmelo shouldn't have testified. We gotta do better with who we hire to represent us. Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. His family.
I never got this mindset. Right? Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. Why not get the right lawyer from Texas? I mean, as someone who's been in jury duty, sometimes you either luck out or you don't luck out, right? On public defenders. Now, should Karmelo Anthony had been on the stand? I don't think so. If you want him to get out, I don't think so. Because he seemed honest, right? He said that he did it. I feel like he would have came clean, right? Now, I'm putting my benefit of the doubt in a kid who had just did an unspeakable act towards another one, but I gotta hope that he would have been honest and came clean, right? Because he did to the police officer, and that's on camera. Like, they recorded him saying that. He said, I'm not a suspect, I did that. It's probably why they didn't have him on the stand, because that would have been over in 5 minutes.
We gotta do better with who we hire to represent us. Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. His family raised like $1 million on GoFundMe.
What the hell? They bought a Cadillac Escalade. Who are you, T.I.? What the hell? And began renting a house valued at $900,000? You know what? I had an idea, and I had this notion that I feel like it's his parents' fault. And the way that they use this money, it makes me feel more like it's the way he was raised. Like, I feel like his parents are not good people, right? And this happens, right? Trust me, as someone who's grown up on the streets, I've talked to people, I have friends who have come from troubled backgrounds. I've seen it time and time and again of people just not, they're troubled youth out there, right? Now, does that mean he should get off and it should be lenient on him? No, unfortunately, you have to face the consequences of your actions. I'm just saying, I'm understanding a bit, right? Maybe it's just like me. I have a soft spot for troubled youths, right?
Me and then blew it all on a new house and a fucking Cadillac. So then they had to get a public defender. That baby was sentenced to 35 years?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
I love the community note. That murderer was sentenced to 35
there you
years.
go.
Black people, please carry more than a pocket knife. Get their asses before they can get you. What the hell do you mean, get their asses before they can get you? That's literally what Karmelo did.
Yeah.
He got Austin's ass. He killed him. Why the fuck are they acting like Karmelo was the one who died? 35 years on your first offense is over sentencing. Yeah, there has to be a retrial. This is blatant injustice.
I think they're right. They're absolutely right. You should be able to walk free when you commit capital murder. When you take, when you end the life of somebody else. You're absolutely right. Honestly, some might even call it a whoopsie daisies. You should call that a mulligan. Maybe you could get away with that, bro. These people are not real. Unfortunately, they are real, but they're not real. There's
First
no way.
offense. And the offense in question is murder. Your Honor, it was only his first murder. 35 years ago, killing a Nazi got you a Purple Heart, but now that a German American is president, it gets you a life sentence.
He was a kid, by the way. He was another 17-year-old kid. Karmelo saw the age of 18. I don't think Austin did.
White people deserve no mercy. Now Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old, is a Nazi because he was white. Also, 35 years ago. Does this dude...
That's also not... Wait, I just heard that. Wait, I just realized that. 35 years ago. Uh-huh. That's like what? Ballpark of 1980s? Are you sure? Huh. Now, I might not be the best at math, but that's kind of a sure... You're a couple years short of 1945.
You think World War II was in 1991? Black Americans, arm yourselves. This country is officially a terrorist state of white supremacists. You have no reason to abide by or follow any more laws in this country. Law enforcement and these politicians are all terrorists. Let it all fall. Time.
Here's the thing that's funny when people talk like this, is that it's just one person who committed a crime that was sentenced to jail. The day before this, they never said anything like this. And nothing happened. Like, I don't get this way of talking. You were totally fine the week before the Austin incident happened. You were great probably a year or two before they even met. You are fine now. You will be fine by the time Karmelo comes out. You're fine. Relax. This doesn't mean that all of a sudden there's a revolution coming around. Someone got sentenced because they committed a crime. That's how it happens. I mean, as someone who has friends who's gone to jail and they've done federal time, or not federal time, they've done state time. When you go to jail, typically it's because you did a crime. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes you just did it. Not all the time. There are times where, you get screwed over by system, I could probably fairly say that he did that shit.
And for judgment. Just as I suspected. Schizophrenia. I recommend logging the f*** off.
I'm uncomfortable with how well she wears that nurse outfit.
Just as I suspected.
I love older women. Holy shit. Oh my god. Sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Schizophrenia. I recommend logging the f*** off. Do these people just live in a completely different reality? A guy gets put in prison.
I need to make one of those. No one's made a... Shoe0nHead is now part of the VTubing... the VTubing universe. Someone needs to make a We Love Older Women and put Shoe0nHead on there.
For murder.
I'll do it.
And they're like, wow, what's the point of even following the law anymore? Having a black son gotta be the tops of fears. I'm going insane. It was the white son that was murdered. Why are they acting like the black son was murdered? Why are you scared of having a black son in this context? Oh, I'm so scared my son will stab someone and go to jail one day. Like, what? What? It's only self-defense when a black kid dies. Literally, multiple witnesses, including black witnesses, including Karmelo's own friends, said that Karmelo was the aggressor in the situation. Also, just in general, murder is not the acceptable punishment for a shove, for a push. That's not how that works. 50,000 likes on that bullshit, by the way. 50,000 people
that has to be botted.
saw that and we're like, hell yeah. Black kids are the only kids who can't afford to make mistakes without dire consequences. You're on.
Did they lock it? Wait, did they lock it? They locked it. That's hilarious. They got 33 comments, and I'm sure that a lot of them were disagreeing with them, and they locked the replies. That's hilarious. Also, no one can... What? I'm baffled. I am beside myself. I am befuddled.
Your Honor, it was a mistake. My client did a little oopsie poopsie. A little fucky wucky ooh woo, if you will. Black people are held to a higher standard than every other race. We are expected to be perfect, while others are given grace, excuses, and... Hey, stop.
Are we? I don't think so. No, we're not. Actually, no. I've never gotten any benefits for being Mexican, not that I know of. The only benefit that I think is pretty cool is I can talk to any Mexican, right? Just being able to speak Spanish. If anyone is like around you who speaks Spanish, you can just talk to them, and they're usually pretty nice. It's kind of cool. It's like starting an interaction in a video game.
Just a reminder that this is all in context of the Karmelo Anthony situation. So the held to a higher standard, in this case, the higher standard of do not stab people. I'm sorry, okay.
Right.
Go on. One mistake by a black person gets used to judge an entire community. Oops!
What? Are you serious?
Okay, go on. One mistake by a black person gets used to judge an entire community.
That's like me going to work, which I work in the hood, by the way. And it's like, oh, now I gotta go to all my black coworkers and now I have to judge them. No? Why would I do that? They were fine yesterday, they're fine today. My homies are just my homies, bro. Nothing changed because of this. I'm not gonna just judge them because of what some kid did, right, from Texas, who's not even around where I'm at. I would not judge people for that. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Oops, I fell and my knife accidentally stabbed your heart.
Austin fell onto Karmelo's knife trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2.
I'm crashing out.
I know who this is. I know who he is. He's like that. Don't worry. He's like that.
I'm crashing the f*** out. Please let the next one be somewhat rational. Y'all gentlemen are so f***ing dumb.
That doesn't say gentleman. That's his...
Y'all really thought that he was gonna get away with stabbing that kid to death. I can tell a lot of you were raised by hoes. Finally, a normal, sane person. A strong black father tells you early that you can't get away with the same shit whites do.
I hate it here.
Oh, god damn it. Had me in the first half. When do white...
honestly, at this point, as long as he gets the message, I can't even, like, I don't know, bro. Like, at a certain point, you just kind of be like, it's like watching someone do a math equation in a way that no one has ever done before and would never work for anybody else. At a certain point, you just got to let it go. You got to the answer. Close enough, I guess.
People get away with stabbing.
As long as it causes them not to harm anyone, at this point, I'll take it. The bar is so low. I'll take it, bro. I'm so tired.
What is this? Where do these people live? Earth 2? Culture. When you get called for jury duty, do that shit. Make sure you do your part in serving justice. Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Karmelo Anthony. Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Karmelo Anthony. Every black defendant in every court.
I'll tell you this. I did jury duty. I did not. Anyways.
Court case everywhere is a murder? Are you sure that's what you want to go with? I love how he's basically like, go do jury duty so you can go blindly support any black person regardless.
Did not do that.
Regardless of what they did. What the like, I don't support every white person. Some of you are dumb. What's wild is this wasn't even like a cop kills black guy thing where like there might be some debate about like police brutality and over policing and things like that. No, this was just straight up a black kid stabbed a white kid and they're losing their minds because he's going to prison over it. Fascinating.
Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. The only reason.
Why, bro? How do you think this way? I don't understand. Why? Oh my god, I don't understand, bro. You just can't get away with this kind of stuff. It doesn't matter what you are. I'm an anime boy. I could get convicted from something like this. I'm just an anime character on the internet. If I somehow came to life, I'm sure the same thing would happen to me. I hate this, bro. I hate dishonesty, and I hate using characteristics that no one can really change, that doesn't even matter, that doesn't even define you as a person, that doesn't you know, determine how you're brought up or anything like that, or or any other kind of thing. That's what they judge people on, and it's the stupidest shit ever, bro. I don't know, man. It's just so tiring. Like, all this, hearing about all this stuff has been tiring. I'm tired, chat. And I don't even care about this stuff, right? I'm mostly like, was into it because it's like, you know, I can kind of understand that, you know? A kid, the word I would use is probably like a troubled youth. Honestly, I'd probably blame his parents more than anything, right? It seems like he made a mistake, but that mistake has consequences. That mistake is a big one. You cannot get away with that. You will do time, right? Just because it was an accident, just because you think later, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, kid. It happened. You have to live with it. Do you know why? Because Austin can't come back. So it's like, he has to serve that time. I'm not as harsh on him, right? Like, you know, the way Asmund and I think Leaf and Kirsche have been. But I think he has to serve some really, really hard time, right? I'm sorry. I'm not going to go lenient on him because he's a kid. If it was like an accident or like a thing of passion, sure. But that was, he knew what he was going to do. You could say that the way he was brought up, his judgment wasn't the best, but he still made that choice. It happens, dude. These things happen.
Karmelo Anthony was convicted.
The streets aren't
because the
streets aren't for everybody. The streets are unforgivable, dude. The streets aren't fair. It just happens.
Broken fucking bigoted country. And Karmelo Anthony was black.
Wow, thanks for the input, gay Colonel Sanders. I fucking hate the Yellowstone hick lib bit. Oh, I'm a big tough country cowboy. Y'all better not say them slurs around here. Yeehaw! Wow, just freaking wow. Disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Cardi B, what did you used to do to men when you were a stripper, by the way? It's just a question. I don't think it's a hard question. I don't even think it's an inappropriate question. You should tell the people what you did when you were a stripper. Go ahead. Oh, you would, like, drug them? Interesting. Interesting. Go ahead.
You're white people. Don't let this verdict fool you. You'll still get fucked up playing the Austin games. Don't let this verdict of a guy who stabbed someone fool you. You're still gonna get stabbed. What? Strong suspicion that a lot of pro-Karmelo stuff I see here is some psyop. Bro. This is what I tried to tell myself for like 6 years about the online left. It's all a CIA psyop from the billionaires to make leftism look as unappealing as possible to the working class.
No, they're that stupid.
Bro. Of course an all-white jury found a black boy guilty for defending himself.
Hey, that guy has Twitter blue.
Fuck you racist white pieces of shit. Fuck you racist white pieces of shit. That sounds extremely racist. Black people can't be racist, stupid hoe. It was not an all-white jury. There were Asian people, there were Hispanic people, and the black people they did ask to do jury duty in this case turned it down because they admitted they would be too biased. Like, they literally said they would just vote not guilty because Karmelo is black.
If you really wanted it if they really wanted to be on that jury, they should have just said, they should have just lied. Who would have known? Literally, who would have known? They are just asking you your thoughts on it. If they really wanted to, they could have just lied. They have no way to tell whether you are telling the truth or not. But, you know, I'm going to say that good on them for being honest. If they said that they couldn't do it, I respect them more for being honest. Because if they had done that before, lied, like I said they could have, that would have been bad. But they were honest. I respect it. I have nothing against it. They respect it. They said the truth. I respect it.
On one hand, I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what the f***?
If they say, can you be fair? Don't say, no, I'm not finna put a black man in jail. Don't say that. Don't say, I hate white people and I don't care what he did. Don't do that. That's what people were doing in this case. Okay. And then everybody's like in an uproar because there's no black people on the jury when damn near half of the black people who could have been on the jury canceled themselves out. You know, don't do that. Y'all be regular.
Overruled.
Just be regular.
Oh God.
That's right. Get in there and lie to the court so you can free a person because he murdered a white guy.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. Also, I like how they
Which, to be fair, it was only 2 of them. They were never going to get away with that.
Said, just be regular. Just be regular. Just get on the jury so you can free the murderer. Then return to acting irregular. This case is really affecting me. Making me want to go to law school and fight for my people. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Your people being murderers? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, you can. Honestly. If you want to go be a lawyer, sure. I thought it would have been cool because of, you know, Phoenix Wright and that kind of game. Turns out it's super boring. God, I hate jury duty.
Your people being murderers. Also, if by some miracle you happen to get into law school, you'll be disappointed to find out that intentionally stabbing someone and killing them is in fact murder, regardless of what your skin color is. And there were some people coming at me like, oh, I bet you'll defend Chud the Builder. And like, first of all, who the f is Chud the Builder?
I don't know who that is. I keep seeing people in the comment section of TikToks being like, oh my gosh. Or they were like, well, now that you have said that, now tell us how you feel about Chud the Builder. Who the hell is that? Is that something similar? I don't understand.
This is how I know I'm getting old. They keep making these random fucking streamers in a vat overnight and then like releasing them. Did you hear about PP Boy 57? Like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't know who that is. If Chud the Builder killed someone,
I'm terminally online and I've never heard of it. But, you know, playing Chinese games. I can't hear about these things.
Or in this case, attempted to kill someone, then he should face consequences for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn. Should Karmelo Anthony face consequences? No? Oh, that's weird. Looks like only one of us is the hypocrite here. See, I am not like you. I have a functioning brain and an IQ of probably maybe over 100. I can look at things on a case-by-case basis and not blindly support or attack something like a mindless drone. Let's go see what they're saying over on Blue Sky, shall we?
Oh my. I don't want to go on Blue Sky. No, that's okay, mommy. No, that's okay. Let's not. Let's not. No, that's okay. How about we don't? How about for my sake, for my mental health, we don't do that?
Fellow white people.
God damn it. Fuck.
Never mind. I'm done.
Okay, thank God.
Again. Bye. Stay out of black people's mentions about Karmelo Anthony. We are the reason not one black juror was seated. We are the reason that an appeal filed on those grounds will surely fail. We are the reason Jim Crow is once again law of the land.
Who even is Jim? Why does he have a crow? I want a crow.
Oh my God! What has this country come to when a man can't freely murder another man in cold blood and get away with it? Literally Jim Crow! Yeah, white people cannot be trusted after this trial with Karmelo Anthony. Honestly, that 35-year sentence coming down on the teenager Karmelo Anthony felt like a proxy for a lynching. Karmelo Anthony defended himself against two white supremacists. Now that black people stand up for themselves, white fragility is taking over.
People are not white supremacists just because they're existing. That's not how that works. A white person just simply existing does not make them white supremacists. What are the actual odds you will run into someone who is a white supremacist? I want to know that. Like, surely there's a group of these people. Oh, let me ask maybe not DeepSeek. That's a Chinese one. Let me ask ChatGPT. I guess. I don't know. What are the odds? What? How? Let me go to DeepSeek. It's gonna be really weird. I hope it doesn't like ban me. How? America. I did not spell America right. One of the most prominent current groups of the Aryan Freedom of the AFN, which research estimates between 1,000 and 1,500 members. What are the actual odds you really run into someone like that? It's not high.
They simply can't handle it. He saved himself from being lynched, and now he has to spend decades in prison. F***ing racist country.
What? Uh-oh, I think the video died. 1 sec. All right, we're back.
Himself from being lynched, and now he has to spend decades in prison. F***ing racist country.
What?
Huh? He was being lynched? Yes. Do these people live in the Netflix adaptation version of reality or something? What is going on? Stabby, jail. No stabby, no jail.
Easy.
The only reason Karmelo was convicted is because he was black. If this was a white boy, there would never be charges files. I decree that the people who was involved with this case will begin to reap the unjust decision upon their own head to 1,000 generations.
This is like what like a 50-year-old on Facebook would type.
All you bigoted racist people. An all-white jury. Of course Karmelo Anthony would be convicted. Not an all-white jury. Yes, an all-white jury. Stop trying to make excuses for race.
I don't understand. What are they gonna do if they're not all white though?
Racism. No, not an all-white jury. Who are they trying to convince? Other people or themselves? Anyone?
Well, they don't really need to convince anyone. They already believe it, right? That's the worst part about it, is that they don't really need to convince anyone.
Anyone defending Karmelo Anthony knows that they're not defending him in good faith. Karmelo is obviously guilty of a murder that he intentionally instigated. Defending murders like this only hurts the black community. We need to hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves to a higher standard.
It's true. That's true. Everyone of every community needs to do that. You cannot play bias because of preconceived notions, right? You have to treat it as you don't know that. First of all, you don't know that person. You can't just stand up for. You shouldn't just stand up for him just because of his skin color, right? And they're just gonna make you look bad either way. Why would you not exile them in a way, right? At least that's how I'm thinking about it.
Oh my god, a normal person on Blue Sky. Bro, what are you doing? Get out of there. Go, run.
I've been trying to fish for controversy on Blue Sky, but like no one cares who I am, so they just kind of ignore me. Like, it's kind of funny.
An all-white jury in Texas convicted Karmelo Anthony of murder. Proof that the U.S. never ended the practice of lynching.
I wonder why it's that specifically. I'm pretty sure they had prison sentence back then too. Right? Am I mistaken? No, I'm pretty sure, right? Wasn't there still prison sentences back then?
They let the courts do it instead. You don't have to support what Karmelo Anthony did to recognize the problem with sentencing a child to spend 35 years in prison based off of the deliberations of an all-white jury.
What? You don't have to support Karmelo Anthony to recognize... No. I think unless you're a blind supporter, you would realize that that's not exactly allowed. I'm not entirely sure if I'm getting this correctly, but I'm pretty sure the taking of a life is, and I'm just spitballing here, I think that's kind of frowned upon. You're not exactly allowed to do that, right?
Said it again, award! Said it again, award! All-white jury! All-white jury! It's time to play Horseshoe Theory!
I wonder how many of these people... Dude, I gotta get on Blue Sky when these people start... Because this video just came out. I'm reacting to it, like, as it came out, right? 4 hours ago. I gotta see what people are saying about this on Blue Sky, because I can't see on Twitter.
Contestant number 1. Here is the tweet. Stop sending
I just saw her name, Sadie, in one.
your kids to these race schools.
Oh, stop sending your kids to
Jesus
these
Christ.
black schools. Definitely a white supremacist.
Oh, I'm sorry. The tweet is stop sending your kids to these white schools.
What?
And it came from the account Dapper Domo, who is black. You know what that means? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Into the pit!
What kind of
Stop
pit?
bringing non-black people into black spaces.
That wasn't even his school. Mind you, he was visiting. He didn't go to that school. He's from a visiting team.
Teach your kids to defend themselves by any means possible.
Actually, no. Don't do it by any means possible. Do it by one means. By running someone's fade. I think your kid will be okay if you teach him just to run a fade. If you run a fade, yeah, you might get your ass beat, but you know what you're going to do? You're going to walk away. If he had just beat his ass, if he actually ran a fair ones with Austin and he won, he might have gotten jumped, but more importantly, he would have just walked away. And he would have probably still gotten arrested, but or not even arrested. He probably would have just gotten suspended or kicked off the team or something.
Keep your black kids in black spaces as much as possible. Keep your black children away from these devils.
If we had segregation still, none of this would have happened.
Does that apply to us too? I hope not. I want to get me a Chinese baddie, so I hope not. I would like, or, I'll go Little Tokyo, like after Anime Expo, and go, it doesn't matter.
Wouldn't have had no interactions with any white boy because we would have been in an all-black school.
We are going to reverse engineer segregation, aren't we? But wokely. We don't want those evil white people drinking out of the same water fountain as us, am I right? Honestly,
But wokely.
My honest, real opinion about this, my hot take of the video, everybody, here it comes. Lukewarm, microwaved, 4-day-old mac and cheese take, here it comes. If they want to go
disgusting.
make their own, like, all-black schools, all-black towns, they should be allowed to. Go for it.
I think the problem is that people won't let white people do it, right? I think white people tried to do it, and then they, like, people, like, protested, something like that. I think everyone should be able to do that, but everyone should be able to do it equally. There can't be only we can do this. No, white people can't do this. No, everybody of every race equally should be able to do it. I think that's fair. Do I think they should do it? No, I prefer the melting pot, right? I prefer people who can get along with each other, should get along with each other, and try to get along with each other and have a good time. But if you want to, that's your business. I prefer this the way we have the world now. And by the world, I mean the World Cup, right? Where we have all these different countries and cultures and people coming together to celebrate the sport of soccer, because you're in our house, this is soccer. That's what I prefer. And it's not just because all the baddies that have been on TV, because, oh my goodness, I did not know there were so many beautiful women across the world. My goodness. I love women. Sorry, that is so inappropriate to this video. But yeah. Play halal ball, not haram ball.
People want to go create Wakanda? They should be able to. But white people should be allowed to create Agartha. If people want to willingly segregate themselves...
We can create Mexico. Oh, wait, we already have Mexico. Oh, but we don't care. We have chat. I cannot wait for the big baby boom of South Korean and Mexican babies in the next 9 months. It's gonna happen. We got along a little too well. And I'm going to be so happy. It's going to be great, dude. South Korea will live on through Mexican heritage.
They should be allowed to go.
We love y'all already. It's going to be great. Mexico is a very, very Asian inspired. If anyone's never noticed that, right? Like, there's a huge fan base of K-pop fans, of Uma Musume, and anime fans, and, you know, Dragon Ball Z is basically a religion there. Mexico's very inspired by Asia, believe it or not.
Go ahead and do that. Deadass. Who cares? Everyone else can live in a desegregated society. They can go have their ethno-states. But you know, there's only one side that will not be able to do that. I always wondered, though, let's say they do make a white ethno-state. What counts as white? Because 100 years ago, I would not have counted.
Can I visit? I want to visit all the... Sorry.
It as white. I'm Ellis Island Mystery Meat. You know this. Is there like a one-drop rule? Do they like whip out the eye chart at the gate and they're like, ah yes, A10s. You may enter. Is Brittany Venti allowed in the white ethno state? Honestly, she's like an honorary Aryan at this point. She white mogs me. Anyway, we are getting distracted.
She not... Oh, I don't know what she is.
Where were we? Ah yes, hell. We were in hell. I'm black. I haven't stabbed anyone in the chest after being asked to leave a tent. I'm not in prison. I'm free. It's not hard to not commit a crime. Listen, I appreciate the sentiment here, but how did we get to a point where this is like a breath of fresh air? Let's check the replies. Hopefully people are agreeing. Shut your hoe ass up. Emmett Till didn't commit a crime either. What happened to him? You're not black. You're not black. You're a boy, you ain't black. You may be black, but you ain't black. Yes, because being black...
I'm glad that being normal is ostracized on Twitter to these people, because there's no way I'm going to compare these to regular, honest black people or any kind of race of anything, of any kind of group of people. These people on Twitter are never a good representation of other people.
Is supporting all black people everywhere.
Just look at Niara.
Regardless
Just look at Niara, Anna Valens, and fucking... Who gives a fuck, whatever their name is.
What they have done. All the normal black people are just called, like, pick-me's. They're called pick-me's for having a brain and not going along with this race grievance bullshit. Every time, like, they speak out about this, they're just called the C word, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The term for this animal. Is that a slur? Like, I know what that's like
so,
to
yeah.
a degree. Granted, it's over me making fun of, like, women on TikTok. But, like, I know what it's like watching people in your community act like fucking morons. I feel you, my brothers. Oh my god. Editor. Edit that out. Edit that out.
No.
By the way, if you want an uncensored, uncucked version of this video and all the videos a day early, sign up to be a member on my Patreon.
Wow.
Link down below. All Patreon members get the
Shoe0nHead, more like June0nHead.
uncensored, uncucked version. You
Sounds
can hear
weird,
me say
actually. I apologize for that.
Anyway, let's get back to the video. Oh my god.
This is a racist ass country.
Jesus. Milk Maiden. That's inappropriate. At this point, I don't even care. maybe Gotcha game proportions aren't that crazy.
We're in a racist ass state.
Texas? At one point, someone would have believed that, but I think it's more like California now from what people have said, right?
This is a racist ass court. There ain't nothing else to talk about.
First of all,
also, why would you not just leave if you feel like you're going to be treated unfairly? I would have left. I'd be like, hell no, bro. I'm going to go where people treat me fairly.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was staring at her titties the whole time. Those are giant titties. Just left the courthouse, and any white person can get it for real. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again. Apparently, a bunch of people on TikTok are doing the Austin Bop, where they dance to a song made about Austin Metcalf's murder while reenacting the stabbing.
Austin Bop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Going out back Marlo out the box.
They were also making AI photos of themselves pissing on Austin's grave. You know, I was always told not to judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And boy, am I judging these people by the content of their character.
This is why, this is why I say I never have to be racist, right? Because why would you judge someone on the color of their skin and something that they can't change when you can judge them for something they can change and yet they choose to be like this, right? There's no need to, oh, this person was born as this skin color. I don't care. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with you doing something to someone's grave, right? That is the lowest of the low. You got to let the dead rest, especially, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel about it like that. I'm Catholic. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like stuff like that.
What the f***? These people are freaks. Martin Luther King Jr. would be rolling in his grave looking at all this. Karmelo Anthony, a black teenager, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted by a jury with no black jurors. Oh, God, here we go again. No.
I don't understand. Did you think if he had all black jurors, how would they feel if they still got sentenced is my question. Right? Because perceivably, they won't be biased. If they were to not be biased and they still sentence him anyways, how would they feel?
Black jurors. Who is this moron? Who is this idiot? Oh!
Be a King? Bernice King?
Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter. Wonderful. Awesome. I'm done. It's
Shit. You know what? I respect your dad. I very much respect your dad. We'll leave it at that.
It's been a good 12 years, but I'm done. Channel's done. Video's over. This officially broke me. I'm done. Go watch Moist Critical. Go watch Asmongold. I'm done.
And right off the bat, man, free Karmelo. Straight up. I don't give a fuck about it.
Why do you look like that? Why do you look like you're about... You know what you look like? Bro, why do you look like you're about to go and play your pools in the what do you call it? In the Smash Brothers bracket at EVO this weekend? Why do you look like you know how to tech that block? Why do you look like you've never known what it... Ironically, you're in the bathroom, but I bet that shower's never been on. Why you look like there's a Google docie about you? You know what I'm saying? why your head look like someone who just found some crazy gossip and he went, ooh, that's your face, brother. Whatever.
No white lies.
I'm just
that cracker. We smoking on that Austin Pat. I don't care anymore because it ain't no.
Why are your teeth more separated than your mom's leg?
Good in this shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they trying to lay the law down.
Why you look like there's more bass in your car than in your voice?
That shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up.
Like, I don't care anymore because it ain't no good in that shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they try to lay the law down up that shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up. Beautifully said. Thank you, sir.
There isn't a black American on earth that is surprised by what just happened to Karmelo Anthony. Not.
Well, yeah, he did the thing. I'm more surprised that you're surprised. I think people are more surprised they didn't get more time. Which, to be fair, again, maybe it's just because I've gone soft. I think 35 years is appropriate. Or life. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
One black face in that jury box, not one peer, not one person who has ever navigated this country in melanated skin. And if you think that...
Do I have melanated skin? Well, kind of light skin. And I don't leave the house. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Then you haven't been paying attention to the last 400 years of American history because you don't want to. This is not new.
Because I'm going to be fair, the past probably 100, you've been fine.
This is the system working exactly.
That's not right. More like 80-ish.
As it was designed.
First of all, the Black Panther LARP is cringe. It's gotta go. This isn't the 1960s. You aren't protesting segregation. You're making a fucking TikTok video, okay? Second of all, this is the system working exactly how it was designed. Yeah, I'd hope. When you kill someone, you go to jail. Like, am I missing something? It was actually a refreshing change that the system was working for once. I'm tired of waking up to headlines like, man who raped corpse on subway gets 5 years in jail. Like, I'm not kidding. That was like a real headline I saw the other day.
I'ma say it since nobody else can say it. Austin. Glad your ass dead. Austin, fuck his family, and I hope they get this message to have a up day in here, Austin.
I think this guy's a truck driver. I was gonna say, is he like a McDonald's worker or something because of the headset? But I think that's like a truck driver thing. Because I always see truck drivers with like that headset. I don't know.
I hope you over there burning up, bitch.
I'm so proud of y'all for kicking that white boy. See, they not used to this happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. Can we please pick a day where we just f***ing white people up? Matter of fact, I wish I knew where the little white boy grave was so I can go spit on that bitch.
How the f*** are any of these videos still up? There were so many of these videos. Are these people like CIA psyops? I'm doing it again. No. This got so bad that people were actually going out and assaulting white people to get revenge. Obviously, I can't show these videos, but there were multiple incidences of this. These people live in a delusional, alternate reality, and they're becoming...
The worst part is, like, it's because they think that they're, like, some kind of... They're helping. They're part of the revolution. They're probably unemployed and have nothing else to do. I don't know, man. I'm tired.
Radicalized to take revenge for shit that isn't even f***ing happening. But like every other f***ing week, I have to read another stupid New York Times article about how like 20-year-old white boys are being radicalized into the alt-right because they watch Jordan Peterson or some shit. Like, f*** you. And like people have been
One day we'll find the alt-right. One day. Probably not.
So brainwashed to believe that they're racist because they post like edgy memes. No, you're not f***ing racist with your 4chan memes. These people are racist.
4chan
you're
memes
like a
are pretty
level
based.
1, maybe level 2
They are
racist.
pretty funny.
These are like level 9 racist. You have no idea what racism is. I've seen your friend groups. Racist friend groups do not care what race you are as long as you are also racist. These people are significantly more racist.
My friend group is nothing but... My friend group is a racist friend group, because we're all mixed race and we treat each other normally. Like, my friends have made ice jokes towards me for a decade, because I've known them for about a decade. They make ice jokes towards me, and I tell them white jokes. It happens. And then one of my friends is Indonesian. Shout out to Indonesia. And then we make fun of him in that kind of way. It's how it works. And we are close. They are my best friends. My best friends for life. I would trust them with my life. And they talk to me like that.
Than you will ever be. Hell, even the KKK, level 10 racists, wore hoods to conceal their identity. These people are out here posting this shit. Full government name and face.
I got 5 boys. I don't know why. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more.
I deadass gotta look at my sweet innocent son one day and explain to him that people hate us simply because we were born black. What am I supposed to tell myself?
Yeah, there are people like that. What are the odds you will run into them? The odds are pretty low, but I'm not going to say that you're lying and there are not people like that in this world. There are. Just, what are the odds?
Son, I don't fucking know. Not to kill people? Like, okay, sorry. I don't know what it's like to be black, okay? I don't know. Maybe it's a completely different experience that I will never understand. But in this case, nobody is hating Karmelo because he is black. They are hating Karmelo because he killed someone. I basically said this on Twitter and some liberal account was like, remember when Shoe was a leftist?
Yeah.
Ah yes, the famous leftist policy, being pro-murder. I remember back when Shoe0nHead was pro-murder. Silly me, how could I fall so far? Leftism isn't about wealth inequality or workers' rights, no, it's about letting black people stab white people, clearly. To be completely honest, I have seen what being a-
Is that really what it's like? Oh, geez, I guess I was doing I have so much to learn about politics. I'm not going to learn any of it, but apparently there's a lot for me to learn. I'm going to ignore all of it, though.
Good leftist is to you people, and with all due respect, you fucking no thank you.
We also know now that yes, Karmelo Anthony may have had a tool in his backpack that no, he shouldn't have brought it to a track meet, but it was there. It had a 3.5-inch blade.
I'm going to be honest, when people were saying this, I thought they were using British slang. I thought when someone said that he had a tool, I thought they meant, yo, he had a tool, he had that tool on him. Blood had a tool, because that's what the British call, like, you know, one of those, like a real one. So I was like, oh, that's weird. Why are all these people British? Oh, they meant like an actual tool. Oh, that's even worse.
But also in that backpack, he had snacks. He had school puzzles, and he had a cross.
Your Honor, yes.
Uh-huh. So is that like holding a crucifix, some garlic, and a Bible against a vampire? Is that how you keep the cops in jail away?
The defendant may have had a knife, but he also had Cool Ranch Doritos.
I want some.
I rest my case. Real lawyer, by the way. That woman is a real lawyer.
Wow.
There were thousands and thousands of videos and tweets just like this. You probably get the
If these guys are lawyers, I'm kind of... Maybe people going to jail isn't that much of a surprise.
point. These weren't just like...
Maybe I should be a lawyer. If these are the people that could be lawyers, maybe I should be a lawyer. These people are stupid.
Cherry picked. They were everywhere. But it wasn't just
Blue
Twitter
Demon Red,
nobodies and
attorney
Blue
at
Sky
law.
nobodies. There was also sitting Congress people saying this insane shit.
Black women
Persona
live in fear and agony every single day.
Like just out of boredom or
a fear and agony that I promise you.
For fun? I don't
The
understand.
Metcalfs probably never spent it.
Like, well, don't just move on from that point. Tell me why. I could say I lived in fear at one point in my life. I'm not going to tell you why, but I could say that.
Today, living that way.
Yes, someone's teenage son was murdered, but please keep in mind the real victims here. Black women.
I don't know what he had.
It was like it seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with like with the little scissors and everything and whatever. So it was small.
Your Honor, the knife might...
It doesn't matter. What is he, John Wick? He did it with a pencil so he can go free. What?
Client used to kill the man was small. What? By the way, I've not seen a single Democrat politician come out and disavow this idiot. So until then, I'm just going to assume they all agree. What's funny is they can't come out and disavow it because they'll all be attacked and called racist, and they know it. This was a viral
I'm not gonna lie. At a certain point, people just need to be comfortable and wear that label, because too much people fold under way too little pressure of being called a racist. It's just a word. If you know that's not what you are, then it's fine. I'm sure I've been called that. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure I have. But I know in my heart, I've never treated anyone differently from the way they should be treated just because of the color of their skin. So what? Do you not like trust your own judgment and trust your own instincts and trust your own ideas? That if they just call you that, you fall under pressure? What the hell?
Substack written by a university professor. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Dear Jeff Metcalf, your son is dead because you failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries. Yesterday evening, Jeff Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, used his victim impact statement to address Karmelo Anthony directly after he was sentenced to 35 years after the court treated his act of survival as murder.
Oh my God. I'm upset. I'm going to say inappropriate words.
The elder Metcalf reportedly described Austin as a boy, twin, son, leader, true warrior. He remembered him as a baby grabbing his finger. He talked about teaching him to fish, watching him take his first buck, and seeing him grow up too fast. He spoke of a scholarship created in Austin's memory, and said his family has been robbed. And right there, his own words, Jeff Metcalf told on himself. In your own memorial language, you told us about the kind of white boyhood Austin was raised inside. It was a boyhood steeped in conquest language, hunting rituals, warrior fantasies, masculine toughness, and the romance of force.
Oh. Have you had a father in your life? That's a genuine question. Have you ever met your father?
You told us about a child praised for not just being kind, curious, gentle, or careful, but for becoming a leader and a warrior in a racist culture where those words too often mean dominance. This psycho saw a grieving father describe his son as a leader and a warrior and freak the out because his son is white and therefore that's like white supremacy or some shit. In their world, white people are like only allowed to hate themselves, right? That's why libs are often the way that they are, just like absolute cucks, just like rolling over and showing their bellies. Haha, white people can't dance. Haha, white people, like, they don't season their food. Because being anything other than that gets you treated like this. Reminder that this is a professor in a college teaching students right now, and you...
Maybe... You know what? Maybe college is a scam.
Wonder why people are the way that they are. I swear we had it made in the 90s. I swear that was like peak normalcy. Do you feel that way? Maybe I'm just like a stupid millennial like nostalgia because I was a child back then and didn't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like race relations were better back then because it was all like, oh, we don't see color. And then they flipped it and they were like, actually, if you don't see color, you're racist. You have to acknowledge your white privilege and you're a colonizer. Like, what the f? I feel like my worldview's just been shattered. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we can't just all be in a circle and sing Kumbaya? What is this? Like, I was always taught from my parents, from my teachers, like, we shouldn't judge people on their skin color, blah, 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 blah. And like, were these people just not taught that? Were they not taught that? I feel like they were just taught from a young age, like, white people bad, like, it was just hammered into their fucking heads. And like, honestly, like, white people get told that in like university. Like, they go to college and they get told, white people bad, white people bad. It's really upsetting that a family had to bury their child, and it's all being overshadowed by insane people trying to make it about race. In a normal world, it wouldn't be about race, but we don't live in a normal world.
No,
I would like to believe a majority of people don't believe in some like civil war, race war thing and still believe in the...
No, I think this was just, you know, two kids who cross paths who shouldn't have, you know, Karmelo should have known to just walk away. I don't know what is it about him that maybe he wasn't taught that way. I don't know what kind of upbringing he's had. Honestly, his parents probably they squandered all the money that should have been for his representation that went straight into a Escalade and a house. I'm starting to think he didn't have the best of upbringings and wasn't guided properly, right? And unfortunately, those that had real life consequences. Because had he just walked away, not had a actual, he wasn't carrying on that. He didn't have that on him. It would have all been fine. Like, where did he get that idea that he had to have it on him like that? Especially at the school that he had visited, where it's just like a rich school. Why would you have that on you? I don't know. And for this kid's mistake, he now has to spend a good portion of his life in prison. I mean, I hate that outcome because it's like, how do I say this? I'm soft, right? I don't want to see young men I don't want to see young men throw their lives away, which he did. He threw his life away. He wasn't it wasn't a mistrial. He wasn't overly sentenced. He got the judgment he deserved for the actions he took. And that's heartbreaking. That a young man ruined his own life. And again, I'm going to say it like that, and I will continue to say it like that because those were the consequences of his actions. I just wish I wish there was a different outcome. But unfortunately, there is another kid in the ground who had a future, who doesn't have a future anymore. Right? They keep making it about Karmelo, but Austin is no longer here. Right? One kid ruined the rest of his life when the other one no longer has the rest of his life. And I don't know who to blame, right? I don't know. I don't want to call it an unfortunate circumstance, even though, it's something I've seen, right? These are things that I have seen, right? Young men who didn't grow up with, who weren't taught right, go down a different route. A route that unfortunately leads them to have to lead them to things that will change their lives and for the negative. But we shouldn't oh, this is a race thing. This is this thing. I'm honestly looking at his parents more than anything. And I just hope, I would want to hope that we can come together from this, but I think the most important thing is we just got to know that, two young men's lives are now changed forever. You know what I'm saying?
Kumbaya bullshit. Like, I just want to be like, okay, this is just a minority of crazy people on the internet. At least that's what I tell myself. So that was that video. Hopefully you got some enjoyment out of my brain breaking. If you like this video, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. We have started doing Patreon only live streams. The last one was a lot of fun, so I would love to see you there at the next one. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!
I'm assuming she has something at the end.
Yes, I may have murdered someone, but you're racist, and that's worse.
Yeah, I think racist, but you were mean, and that's worse. I mean, I don't know. I hope I laid it out in a way that you guys understand. You can kind of get where I'm coming from with all this, and just we just gotta understand each other more than anything. And it sucks that even in 2026, it feels like we keep going backwards instead of coming together as a people, right? Like, yeah, I'm from the streets, but yeah, I want there to be people coming together and people understanding each other. But chat, more importantly, in fact, we'll end it on this. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Hopefully you guys are all taking care of each other. Chat, let me know you guys feel calm, like, subscribe. I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.